Welcome to Donnie Jones Live. I am your certified arborist, Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am your certified guide, Marty McFly.
You know what I wonder sometimes? Do people even know what a certified arborist is? Because I be saying that to people, they're like, what? It's basically somebody that's educated in the tree care industry that understands.
Certified in the tree
certified
care.
in the tree care industry.
Yeah, right,
right. And the International Society of Arboriculture says you actually know what you're talking about. So
how long does it take you to go into arbor school? I know we're just getting started today, and this isn't the topic for the day, but how long does it take you to finish arbor school?
Well, I was in the industry. I grew up in the industry, but to become a certified arborist, I took classes, and there was like a 9-week class.
Okay.
And then I took the test. Now, there's some people that don't take the classes, but I know myself. I needed the classes. Okay. And so then you study, and then you take the test, and if you take the test and pass, you are certified that you know what the heck you're talking about. So, yeah. But this is going to be a great show today, man. I'm excited.
We have a wonderful guest today, a artist, a musical artist, that we're going to get into her story a little bit later on, but her name is Monica Mason.
Monica Mason. Now, that's an artist name.
It was with the 2 M's, the Monica Mason.
Yeah, like Marty McFly.
Yeah, you know what? I could be an artist, I guess.
You double M. Well, you are an artist. Double M's.
Oh, Marty, okay, yeah, McFly. Yeah, okay. I was usually put the two together. But anyway, so now we were talking about, getting structure and everything. So I know you have some kind of planting a seed kind of inspirational planting seed moment for today.
Yes, I do. Yeah. I absolutely do. I was thinking this weekend because especially because I know you do such an awesome Marty's Minute at the end of the show.
Yeah.
I was thinking this weekend, it isn't fall yet, but we're going into another season. And, seasons are always changing. Yeah. But I find that, in the tree care industry, we have a season of growth. Mm-hmm. Well, we have a season of planting a seed. Okay. We have a season of nurturing the seed. We have a season where the seed starts to sprout into a little plant, and we have to take care of it. And then we have a season where the plant's no longer viable and it dies. And I think for people, they go through seasons in their life and they're fighting the season that they're in. And that's why they're going through some pain, because their expectations is for another season. For example, I'm a mom, and a wife and all that kind of stuff. And I remember when my kids were like between the ages of 3 to 5 years old, and I've always liked going to really nice restaurants and going decent places with my husband and stuff like that. Well, we got to a point where we would take our kids to these nice restaurants and they would just act a fool. Well, actually, they weren't acting a fool. They were acting like any 2-year-old and 4-year-old would act.
Fools.
And then they didn't want...
That's what they act like. Yeah, but so they was acting natural, right?
They was acting natural, right? And so I was starting to get frustrated, and my husband looked at me and he's like, baby, this isn't the right spot for them. And he's like, this is not the season we're in right now. We need to go someplace to eat where they can be kids and we don't feel like we're disturbing the other patrons of this restaurant. And it made me think that, a lot of times people are upset that they can't do what they used to do, or they're not yet able to do what they want to do, but they're not focusing in on what they can do right now because they're not enjoying the season that they're in right now. Right now we're growing the tree service, and we've added more people. But with more people, sometimes there's more challenges, Well, I can fight that, or I can enjoy the process. And I've made a serious effort to enjoy the process and enjoy the season that I'm in. So my word to you today is, if you're in a season of change, embrace it. Even if it's a season that you might be dealing with struggle, or it might be a season where you've lost someone that you love, or it might be a season where relationships just aren't the same anymore and you have to let people go. Enjoy whatever season that is in.
You know what? I like that. We should have that song. Was it Everything Must Change? Nothing stays the same.
That is one of my... That would what be the do you know about song. That?
Well, I do music too.
That is
you got to study behind
it.
Right. But that is so cool. Just embracing the change. Yes. That's the only constant thing in life is change.
That's true. That's true.
So I like that. Go ahead with your bad stuff. I thought that was gonna come off the top of your head, but you was kind of prepared. You was ready for it.
I was almost prepared.
Okay, but
you're number one.
You have a way of just kind of winging things anyway. I know last week we were talking about when you went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And this is almost a good practice, and sometimes people understand something that when you're doing something, if you're on stage, if you're a performer, even an entrepreneur, and you're dealing with something that doesn't go right doing that job, it's okay because you learn from it.
That's true. Well, I was joking. We did talk about this last week, but I was joking from the stage when I said, did you mess up my slides?
Oh, I know you was joking.
You didn't mess it up. But what's funny is that I wanted to do so good. I wanted to just have it be right.
Okay, wait. Real quick. If you're just tuning in, a couple of weeks ago, Doni had to do a speaking engagement at Tennessee State University.
Right.
All right. And
Oprah's alma mater.
Yeah. Okay. In this big auditorium and everything with all these students and everything. And while she's up there, her slides and her PowerPoint just kind of gets all jacked up. So what had happened was the one that she really prepared, she had it online.
Yeah.
And the one that she was working on, she had it on her laptop. So when she opened it up, I think the one that was on her laptop is the one that came up versus the one that so anyway, so she's up there with all these people and her slides start showing pictures of her dog, start showing pictures of her cat. And I remember it was funny. She yelled, I don't want to show my cat up there, and it was like one of those things when she was just going through it. And it's like, and I'm sitting in the back of the auditorium just smiling like, let me, but did a very good job. But it prepares you for the next time because things happen all the time.
Right.
But it prepares you for your next one.
But it's going back to what we were talking about change. I struggled when those slides started messing up. My brain just froze because things weren't how I planned.
Right.
Things weren't the way I wanted them to be. So I started struggling a little bit because my brain just locked up and I was starting to get a little angry, like, I can't believe it. So I started just thinking all these crazy thoughts and getting frustrated as opposed to going, let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Because
let go and let God.
Stuff, right.
Yeah.
If you know your stuff, you can sit up there. And like I said, you did a very, very good. I give you a gold star for that.
Well, thank you for giving me a gold star.
Right.
Thank you
if you need to practice at somebody else's place, they can always hit you up, and she's a good speaker when she gets into it.
I think once I completely threw the slides out of my brain, I flowed, but I was just like,
but you know what's funny?
I didn't even want to watch the video.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you sent it to me because when you sent it to me, part of me was like, why he gonna send me this junk?
No, because you have to, review it, look over it, and that's how you better yourself. I'm saying when my sermons, I videotape all of my sermons, and I used to do it. I need to do it more. But on that,
did you get them to the TV station that was asking for them?
Yes, okay. I did get the stuff over to the TV station. What's her name? Aviva?
Yeah, we're on a free TV stations here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, and they've been getting on me because I'm a busy person. Okay, and a lot of times I don't get a chance to send out all of my the stuff for me. Now, if it's a client,
Turning Point,
I try to. Give my clients their work, but if it's something that is for me, I take my time on it.
Right.
So the show is called Turning Point.
Yes.
And it's here in Atlanta on
the Cab 25.
The Cab 25.
And are you on People also?
I'm not on People yet.
Okay,
I need to get over there. We gotta work that one out. Yeah.
Okay, let's work it out.
But anyway, I always have to review my sermons. That's what I was getting at, reviewing it because I want to get better, and the only way I can get better is if you study.
That's right.
You study your craft, study yourself to see, okay, what was my delivery?
That's right.
Did I sound like I was knowledgeable?
Right.
And that's why, like on this station, when you ask me certain things, if I ain't studied it, because it's so many, and understand this, there's so many different stories in the Bible.
Right.
So many different names in the Bible that it'll be, I know Jesus by heart. I know his name. I know a few of the disciples.
And then there's Moses.
Right. There's Moses.
And there's
Elijah,
Peter.
Then you get to Alicia, and then you get to First Peter.
Is Moesha in there? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think Moesha.
She's in the book of that. Never mind. I was about to say the wrong thing. But and it's funny.
And that would be what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I get in trouble often with stuff that I say.
Yeah.
And it's me. I like to push the envelope.
But here's the thing, though. I think we just had a great show last week because now you're making me think of stuff that we talked about that's so profound, which is why this show is going to be great. Also, be comfortable with who you are. You're comfortable with who you are. You're not trying to be somebody you're not.
Right.
So if you do, come off a certain way.
I'm going to say what's on my mind, and especially if it's something that's factual.
Yeah.
Like, I was, explaining to that young man's mother last week about, me having a Bible study with Elijah.
Right.
If you don't know my friend Elijah, who we recently lost, he had a stuttering problem.
Right.
And he would stutter. But he was a religious person too.
Yeah.
And like I was telling her and we was having our Bible study and we was talking about Nicodemus.
Yeah.
And he could not get off of nigga the whole time. And it's like, I told it was a true story, Now, if people want to look at me like, oh, you said the wrong thing. No, I was talking about the Bible. We were talking about Nicodemus, and he got stuck on that. So I ain't making fun of him. I'm just talking about what had happened, So people I know they're going to talk about, they even talked about that interview, because we were making fun of the guy that, but I was taking notes from him.
You were taking notes from here, but here's the thing that's so empowering. I don't think he even said he acknowledges it himself. Like when you I'm a curvy girl. So if somebody says something to me about being overweight, I'm like, and
right.
I mean, I want to become better, and I'm working on losing weight. Which, by the way, y'all, I think I told y'all a couple weeks ago I'm less than 200 pounds.
Yes.
And actually, I am less than 190 now, so I'm moving in right direction.
It is coming off because I know
it is coming off.
Your ring is getting looser.
Yeah, my ring
too?
is getting looser. My ring is getting loose. If this thing falls off, my husband is not gonna be happy.
Nah, he ain't gonna. You gonna put some tape around it, like
we got to get into our guest though. We got to get into our next guest.
Yes. So coming up, Monica Mason is gonna be on the show. So y'all stay tuned. You're listening to Donnie Jones Live,
and I'm Donnie Jones,
and I'm Marty McFly.
Yeah. Welcome to Donnie Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady with
Marty McFly, that guy. What it do?
Man, it do what it do.
Yes, and we are here with the beautiful, beautiful, and talented Miss Monica Mason.
Yay!
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yes. Well, we are really excited to have you. Seriously, you're so talented, so beautiful, so accomplished, and Marty's been really just giving you lots of props. And so it's time to get you on and talk about what you do.
Well, thank you.
So for the people that don't know you, from because I know you went to Morris Brown and everything, but now what kind of music would you say that you do, so people can kind of get an understanding of you?
Hey, I do inspirational music to touch the heart and soul of a person.
Yeah.
Oh, so you ain't gonna make no babies off your music?
No babies.
Oh well, sure.
No babies.
I mean,
I don't want no religious kids. We ain't having no religious fun up in no. If you ain't got no church songs like He Touched Me,
right.
Nah, I ain't gonna rock with that one.
We're gonna leave that alone.
But I'm saying, do you do any other kind? But you just said mainly like inspirational music, and why is that the kind of music that you like the most? I'm saying, what got you into that? I guess
in a sense, I just want to do music that touches people, that has meaning. Will make you think about your life, your blessings, and they can be love songs, but the right type of love song.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, what do you say is the right type of love song?
I would say something, for instance, like I wrote a song called "You Took My Love Away."
Okay.
That's a love song.
A few years ago.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
You took my love away. That means like they made you mad, right?
No, I wasn't mad, but just brokenhearted.
I was mad. Okay.
Okay. Brokenhearted. Mad.
But before you were brokenhearted, weren't you mad at some point though?
Was never mad. Just disappointed.
Yeah.
Never mad.
But he turned out to be gay or something?
No. Just.
I'm just asking. There's certain things that say I'm disappointed. I can't be mad. I'm trying to think of what will make you just disappointed versus mad. Like you just disappointed when y'all got somewhere and you realize it ain't what you expected, and you just disappointed. You just look at him like that.
Did he not have a job or something?
Wasn't the man that I thought that he was.
That's why I asked if he was playing on the other side.
No, just tried to build himself up to perpetrate that he had to be someone else when all he had to do was be himself.
He just trying to impress you a whole lot and just wasn't working.
He maybe was trying to impress you.
Not the way to do it.
Not the
Okay. So I guess I could ask this. So what are you still? Are you in the market looking for individual now, or are you just kind of? Because I don't know if you're married, single, or.
No, I'm chilling. I'm good.
That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're, because obviously you're an artist,
Yes.
but you're kind of standing away from the relationship thing right now. What inspires you to do your music?
Things that are happening in the world. I've always done music since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
I used to ask my mother, "Wait, Mama, before you leave, can you turn the KDKO?" It's a station in Denver, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say, "Ask them to play Shaka Khan." And at the time,
Love Shaka Khan.
she was like, "Shaka Khan, who is that?"
Right.
So that's how I kind of started out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about your journey in the music industry to where you are right now?
Sure, I can. Just sang all my life. I think I came out the womb singing. My cousin and I, we would put on shows for the family, and we called ourselves the Two Faces.
Okay.
And she was a dancer, and I was a singer. And so she was 3 years older than me, and she'd say, "You've got to show it. You've got to do it." And we'd charge. We'd make these little invitations and spell everything wrong.
Marty has some invitations.
No. I had a secretary that just wrote everything wrong on that particular program.
He had a program.
That a lot
I was
of
reading through it. I'm like, dude, did you have a third grader?
Look, see what happened was
People's names spelled wrong.
Oh, wow.
Look,
Yeah.
it was an African American program.
What the?
You know, and a
Don't
lot
be
of
putting
times
that
people
on
spell
us.
their name just any kind of way.
Do
you
not
know?
be putting
So-
that name on
So my
African American.
secretary she didn't get everybody's correct spelling, so some of the names and everything on there was just jacked up.
Devontae. Everybody
Hey.
know how to spell. I'm just
I
kidding.
know his real name was DeWitt, but she just spelled it Devontae. Like, just
Right.
that's why
right.
me and her didn't work out. You know, that's why we
Yeah.
was trying to raise some money,
Right.
so we can hire us a new one. So
Okay.
just things like that happen.
One
but
of those
moving,
things.
moving forward, you know.
Yeah.
But so you said y'all started off with the group, you know, Your Face and Her what?
The Two Faces.
Two Faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what did y'all
Yeah.
graduate from there?
From there, we did shows, and that just helped me to grow
Okay.
musically. And I took piano lessons, vocal lessons, tap dance. My parents had me in everything that you could be in.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I proceeded to come to college, came to Morris Brown on a music
Yeah.
scholarship.
Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't know you went through with a music scholarship.
Yeah.
Did you guys meet at Morris Brown or okay?
No, I probably came a couple of years later.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay,
know,
got
just
it.
a few years later.
Yeah.
Well,
and I
y'all
probably
only
stayed
came that
there.
many years apart. So.
I stayed there many years.
Okay.
apart, you know, just saying, you know, we might have started at Morris Brown together, but I
Right.
finished by myself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so what? Did you play any instruments while you was there, or was this like a vocal scholarship?
She just said she played piano.
Yeah, but it was a vocal
I'm messing
scholarship,
with
though.
So it was a vocal scholarship, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying a lot of people get music scholarships there in the band because Morris Brown was known for like the marching band and stuff like
yeah.
that. You know, there's a lot of different things. I'm saying I played a lot of instruments, but I got a scholarship for just one. So
Okay.
one of those things. People just try to be smart.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wasn't trying to be smart.
she
I'm
said
just-
she played piano. She was marching with the piano and stuff, and
She was. Why he messing with me?
well, you know, in fact, speaking of which, you're actually doing a concert coming up at Morris Brown,
Yes.
October 6th.
And that's why we wanted you to come out.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
thank
called
you.
the Purple House Cafe. Just 'cause you know, sometimes
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. Sometimes I've done this. I've taken a gig and I don't know what the show is about or anything, what the name of it is. Sometimes I've been in groups and I don't even know what the group name is.
Wow.
You know, like, what's your name? Hey, what we call ourselves today? I'm serious. We've looked out the street. We looked out the corner and saw the street sign. It was
And
like it was
named it
Nelson
that.
Street. Yeah, we called it the Nelson Street Band.
Okay. That works.
Seriously.
That works.
But your concert is the kickoff to Morris Brown's homecoming.
Yeah.
Now, when you got a show like that, how do you prepare? You know, do you have your dancers and your whole band and everything like that? How do you get yourself situated or prepared to do a show like that?
Okay. I think about what type of show it is, where it's going to be, the genre, and the people that would be there. So I try to do what I think people would enjoy.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Now,
what
do you
they'd be
ever try
inspired
to like
by.
push the envelope with them? You know, just like if it might be a senior citizen and you want to just shock them a little bit and do something a
Yeah.
little risque.
I do a little bit of. I'll pull some Aretha out because you know she goes for
Nice.
generation to generation.
Yes.
Oh, you do any Millie Jackson?
No, Millie.
What?
A little too raw for
See,
me.
no, you need to shake it up a little bit.
She said she's spiritual,
Back in
man.
Love on Monday. You can make that a gospel
Yeah.
song,
Yeah, I like
keep it
Millie
How do you
Jackson,
make Back
though.
in Love on Monday a gospel song?
Well, because Sunday, I had to go to church.
Right,
I had
right.
to ask for forgiveness. And now we back on Monday. Let's go sing.
So, okay, so people that are looking to come to the show in October, what should they expect from you, Mom?
They should expect a great time, enjoying the music, everything around. Be a good situation.
Now, you just did a recording with, who was it?
Bob Baldwin,
Bob Baldwin.
jazz pianist.
Okay, I was about to say, I know the name. Was he one of the Baldwin brothers or something like that? Not the actor, but he's a jazz musician.
He's a jazz musician,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so tell me about that little union and how did that come about? And, because I think the song is called Freedom.
Yes, Freedom.
How does that come about?
Okay, I'm going to go back a little bit. I worked with Bob like 25 years ago,
Okay.
and I saw him at club,
That means
a
you
jazz
was
spot.
15 years old then, right?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Yeah. A jazz venue that everyone goes to, and we reconnected there. And I told him I was interested in doing a project. He said, "Let's do it." So
Okay.
we messed around with a few songs, and he picked that particular one. I wrote that like maybe 15 years ago.
What?
And I didn't release it, and I guess God had me waiting for the right time with everything going on today. And just so happened Bob picked that particular song first. So we went into the studio and created that magic.
That's wow.
Now, I saw one of the videos you did. Is that the video that I saw from Freedom?
Yes.
And it definitely had a political slant to it. And it seems like that is like a sweet spot for you. Do you feel like it's time for you to use your voice to speak up? And if so, why?
I do. I think that we need more people to talk about peace and treating each other right, and all the separation is too much.
It is.
And we've got to stop that as, a unit
Yeah.
and come together.
Yeah, we need to vote.
Yeah.
And switch some get change up the house a little bit,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it kind of starts with the leadership. Now, violence and everything has always been going on. So it's not just him, but we do need to, I'd say, bring up the awareness.
Yeah.
And just try to make some change with it. So anyway, how do they get in contact with you?
Can get in contact with me. My website is www.monicamason.rock.
Okay, and that's spelled the way it sounds,
I like
right?
that.
Yes.
Monica, it ain't it's like silent K in there, and nothing like that, or silent F.
You know how we do.
Y'all know how we do,
Yeah.
but it's Monica Mason Rocks
.rocks.
.rock. Wait,
Yes.
Monica Mason .rocks.
That's the website.
Okay, ain't no .com.
Nope.
Not .org.
Nope.
Just .rocks.
.rocks. Yes.
How you get .rocks?
I think that's like a new thing.
new
It's like
domain
yeah, it's a
that
new
they
domain.
.rocks.
Yeah,
Oh,
that rocks. I like that. And she's a musician too.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of works. Okay.
Okay,
Monica
yeah.
Mason
.rocks.
.rocks.
Okay.
I should get like a Donnie Jones .rocks.
Tree.
I
How
should
about
do-
that? Donnie Jones
Jones
dot tree.
tree. There we go.
Work
Now
that out.
that might
Look,
work.
You're listening to Donnie Jones Live. I'm Marty McFly.
And I'm Donnie the Tree Lady. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Donnie Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am Marty McFly, who's going to cough in a second. I don't know. I got a something scratching in my throat. Does that even make sense? When they say I got a scratchy throat? Okay,
Yeah.
just
It does.
Okay, Monica, you gotta forgive him. Sometimes
I'm just real. I'm saying
you are real.
Versus I'm gonna try to act like when I know my voice.
It was a scratchy throat.
Yeah, I had to clear my throat.
Well, you know who else is real?
Who's that?
Miss Monica Mason.
She don't
is
throw on the
real
glasses
talented.
and everything.
I know.
Yeah.
Need to see what's going on.
That's right. Well, Monica, before we went to break, we wanted to find out where we can find your music.
Okay, great. You can find my music on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, and Pandora. The new single coming out, Freedom.
You can find my new music on Well, let me gonna talk.
I was
about
gonna
that.
say you doing some promotion. Should I be interviewing you right now?
You know, maybe in a couple of weeks.
Okay,
I'm gonna come out with my CD project. You know, and I might even get Monica to come on and do a little project with me.
Would love to. Would love
You
to.
know she lying. No. You know she just lying. Just loud. She don't. Soon as she come to the house, she's like, this is not up to par. You know.
Well, Monica, let's go back to Freedom because I know that's a big single for you right now. And with everything that's going on, do you see that now more and more artists are focusing on what's going on in the media as opposed to just, doing more like love-oriented stuff?
Yes, I am seeing a lot of that, which gave me my confirmation that it's time to release Freedom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you wrote it like 15 years ago?
About 15 years ago.
Now, do music have a shelf life? I'm saying because like sometimes you can write something some years ago and it's not as relevant or fresh or anything like that. I'm saying, is that a challenge for you or some of your stuff is just like timeless, I guess? Huh?
I think it's timeless. I try to write timeless material. We may have to go in and change it instrumentation-wise.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, as far as lyrically, I think it fits right in.
Did you have to change Freedom instrumentation-wise, or did you kind of go with what you had already written?
We changed it a little bit to put a little jazz feel on it because originally Jimmy Deere, he did the music and we did it with just guitars.
Okay.
Which is, we're probably going to use that as a remix later down the line.
Look at you.
Bob put his flavor on it and made it a little jazzy, but, where it will reach everybody across the board.
So are you also involved in any other political things or basically speaking out against the injustices that's going on in the world? Are there some other areas that you're focusing in on also?
This is my beginning.
Yeah.
This is the start. We'll see what God says and where it takes us.
Well, that's the thing that we were even saying on our last show. Is like you got to start where you at.
Yeah.
And if you start where you at with just your voice saying, hey, if I can just write a song and maybe get somebody's ear to say, let's start fighting for freedom again. You know? So it is, starting from where you're at. Now how many projects have you done so far?
I've done 3. Back in '89, I did a single with Harvey Scales entitled "No More Weekend Girl." He was the songwriter for Johnny Taylor.
Okay.
We did a single and
No More Weekend Girl.
No More Weekend Girl. Yeah.
Now is that a religious song?
That don't sound like a religious song. I'm gonna say
it depends.
Well, the fact that she's no more a weekend girl, that could be spiritual. There we go.
Yeah, it was a dance song.
Oh, okay.
It was a holy dance song.
Holy dance song.
The dance.
That was when Kirk Franklin came out back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Back it up for Jesus. Back it up for Lord. Back it up. Anyway.
Marty.
It's funny when you do things like that in church, they look at you crazy, but then they join in too.
Yes, they do, because they know what you're talking about.
Well, whenever I do the electric slide in church doing a gospel song, I get 1 or 2 people just like.
That's right. That's right. They know you're going.
Wobble with it. No,
that's right.
You can dance for Christ.
That's right. Now, how did you, obviously you say you started singing at a young age. At what point did you go, I can do something with this and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life as opposed to just kind of dabbling in it?
At the point of my father, that was my biggest fan.
Yeah.
And he took a chance and invested everything that he had to make it happen. He did that with the first single. Then I did a CD entitled My Soul. Which is also on Amazon, iTunes, and then after that, I did another one called Amazing.
Okay.
Another project, and it was a mixture of hip hop and gospel.
Okay.
And jazz. So I'm all over the place.
I love it. Now, would you people? Because I know that you're more of a spiritual singer, but would you say that for most people that are familiar with you, they do find you more in the gospel selection, or do you try to cross over consciously, or just keep it in gospel?
I would say I'm crossover.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just ask, just being really real, because with gospel singers, how far do you take your, I guess, ministry with gospel? With your singing and everything. I'm saying because sometimes people will, stop their set and really go into, kata shatama, ain't that good for you? You need to give yourself over. They put all of that into their show. I don't see you doing that as much. But where is your I guess, line of ministry? Are you trying to bring everybody in there to Christ right now, or in a sense, are you trying to have a good, uplifting moment? I guess. I don't even know if that makes sense.
It did.
Yeah, I'm trying to messing with you.
Yeah, okay. Monica, me and you just talking, okay? She in her own little la-la land over there.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm saying, do you really try to, because people want to try to take people all the way to heaven, during their concert.
Right.
And just kind of curious of what is your level of, because like with me preaching, I take you to a certain place. Right. That's going to be it. I ain't going to hoop, holler, yell, or anything like that, but just curious.
I want to bring people in to know, and I want them to know that I know who Christ is. And it's okay for you guys to know. I just want to touch people by what I'm saying, what I'm feeling in my music. But I'm not going to, run down the aisle or anything like that. Yeah. But I am on the music ministry team at Victory for the World Church.
Dr. So there you run.
There you go.
I might run a little bit.
Samuel.
More so cry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Victory, where's Victory located?
1170 Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Wait a minute. What is his name?
Samuel.
Nope, I already know.
She just said
Montel Jordan.
No, he's at Victory for the World.
Oh, okay.
That's in Norcross.
Yeah, she just said who her pastor and everything.
No, I'm not talking about the pastor. I'm talking about the music ministry.
Yeah. Montel Jordan, the pastor at the church that he's at.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
You didn't know that?
No. Because the last time I heard he was over at the Victory, I thought he was.
And she just named that church for Victory. Yeah.
But you know what? Don't be mad at me just because I called you.
You be messing with me, talking about I didn't know that whatever that Lou Ferrigno couldn't hear, he was deaf. I never knew that. Not like
I'm gonna reach all the way back to last week and bring that up.
Well, look, I'll
how
hold
are you
on.
even?
I'll hold on to stuff. I'm sorry.
Did you know Lou Ferrigno was deaf?
I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Did y'all know Lou Ferrigno was deaf?
Yeah, she the only one in the room that knew that a man that nobody else knew. I don't even know if he knew that he was deaf, but she know. Man started acting
y'all
in
can
70.
Google it, okay?
Yeah,
Lou Ferrigno was deaf.
And then you ask me, why do I always fact check you when you say stuff?
Because, you can, exactly. Yeah. He didn't think that, I did a speaking engagement in Tennessee. Okay. Now, we are in the airport, okay? We're walking through the airport.
Yeah.
There's a big picture of Oprah with a sign about education up there. And under it, it says Tennessee State alum. So I do a Facebook, or try to do it. I didn't record it. I thought I hit the button and I didn't. And I said, I'm really excited about this opportunity to speak at Oprah's, college. Where she went to college. She goes, I would fact check that if I was you. I'm like, it's right there on the billboard.
Look. Eddie Long had a big picture saying, I'm a family pastor.
Oh, Lord.
Now, just because you got a picture with some words up under it, don't always make it true.
But Oprah is different. She's totally different from Eddie Long.
I was just
literally different.
I was just wondering if they gave her like an honorary degree. Because a lot of colleges do that, and that's why.
But even if it was honorary, it still says Tennessee State alum. It still would have said it.
Okay, like I said, Bill Cosby got a doctorate degree from some school he never went to. It was an honorary thing, and they couldn't say Bill Cosby alum. Well, we used to say Bill Cosby alumni. They took it away from him. So that's all I was wondering is if, she might have been an honorary alum or, So I just, Doni, my goal is to always make you be in the best light. And always when you say some stuff, I want, all of our listeners to say, what, she is knowledgeable versus she always talking out the side of her neck and she don't know what I don't want people to see you like that. You see what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Right,
I really appreciate
I don't want people, even
thank you for fact checking me on Oprah.
Because we know that, you like red and,
I do.
And most Republicans like red, and we have somebody up there that always say stuff that just ain't even close to being true.
Okay.
But anyway,
first of all,
Monica, yes,
I am not. I'm independent. That's how I don't know where he went with that. We are talking to the illustrious Monica Mason about her music.
Yes. Nice music, non-political music, not Democratic music, just music.
Not Republican music, just music.
But anyway.
But it is political, though, because she's speaking about making a difference and coming together and loving one another in peace.
Yeah. And this one, it is freedom. And, it's, if you haven't seen the video, now when's the debut of the video?
3 weeks.
In about 3 weeks?
About
okay.
3 weeks.
It's a political video that has images of, the civil rights. You have JFK in it.
Yeah.
You have Jimmy Carter in it. Yeah. Nipsey Hussle in it now.
Yeah.
I'm saying you have all these different visuals. What was giving you that thought process, though? Or what made you say, this is how I want to do this video in a sense, and you want to portray this kind of image?
All these things that are in the video are inspiration for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
And once again, how can they get in contact with you?
MonicaMason.rocks.
I love
now I'm gonna have to fact check that one too.
Oh my God, you and your fact checking.
That rocks.
I swear.
I got org. I haven't got the gov.
What?
I ain't. Is it spelled ROC or is it ROCK?
ROCKS.
I'm glad you said that because I thought it was ROCS. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, well, that's good. You guys, I'm Doni the Tree Lady.
Yeah, I'm Marty Ringer too, and I'm trying to figure this out.
What happened to Marty McFly?
Yeah, she got me frazzled. That rocks. We'll be right back though.
Welcome back to Doni Joe's Live. And I'm going to say it again, where Lou Ferrigno is deaf.
Okay, I'm saying you're saying that. I agree. But I don't say I agree. I just say I want to, just check
Facts.
it out. Right. I'm going to fact check it.
And we are here with the beautiful Monica Mason talking about her music. She's got an upcoming event. Now, once again, tell us a little bit more about this event that you've got coming up called the Purple
House Cafe, the kickoff to Morris Brown's homecoming. I did
Love it.
studying.
Yes.
So, see, Doni, you're giving me a tough time today because I'm gonna look this up, okay? Because sometimes people just say
the Purple
things.
House Cafe?
No. I'm looking this up about this guy being deaf that I ain't never heard.
We're on Monica. We can do that after the show.
I know, but Monica is one of those things. Like if you say, so, I just got. Oh yeah, let y'all know. Monica.Mason.rocks is her real site, right? Monica Mason.
.rocks.
ROCKS. That's a true one. That's a real one. All right, she didn't make that up. So if you want to purchase some now, can they purchase your old material stuff too?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
and you okay? Monica, for one, I want to say thank you for one of being a part. She's actually over there looking it up now, and she was talking about me. You want okay? We're live on radio, and she wants me to read something off her phone.
Well, I mean, we're live on radio, yeah.
See, we need to almost stop and just pray and get back focused. Because
let's focus on the spiritual.
Do you do spirituals?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay, no, it's a difference between spiritual music and then spirituals, and because I don't like spirituals. That's not one of my favorite types of music. It just seems a little, it's a good music form, but it's just one of those, I'm not
It's really a good music form, but you don't like it.
I don't like spirituals.
I'm sorry, you got me giggling over here.
That's what I told you. Something going on with Miss Doni today,
I needed this so bad. Marty, I just want to thank you so much. Isn't he a gift?
He's awesome.
He's a gift from God.
Okay, I don't know where this is going. I feel like I'm about to get set up for something. But I'm saying, okay, so outside of the concert coming up October 6th, what else you got coming up? What's on the horizon for Miss Monica Mason that we can look forward to?
Well, we're going to be doing lots of promotion for the new single, Freedom.
Yes.
Okay.
And then come January, we'll be releasing another single.
Okay. Now, are you going to be releasing the whole album, or because I know the industry kind of is shifting now, and a lot of people are just doing singles versus the whole 12 or 10 song LPs. Are you trying to deliver a full a whole project, or just kind of like singles right now?
We're going to do a whole project, but Bob Baldwin, the mastermind, said we're going to release one at a time.
Awesome.
And see how it goes.
Okay. So just one every 6 months?
Yes, that's kind of what they're doing now, which is different from what I'm used to. Yeah.
But even though you're releasing it publicly once every few months or 6 months or whatever, but people will still be able to log up to find your content where there's actually a whole album, or when?
Yes. they will be able to.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
So they can purchase each individual song.
Yeah.
Once it comes out. But it's like, I guess, the days of buying the whole album.
Hey, people don't do that anymore. Okay.
I don't buy music, period. So I need to support. I don't steal. But I need to support, because I haven't bought an album since I don't know when,
Right.
or a CD.
I watch videos and listen to Spotify and Pandora and stuff.
Right.
And you can you said you can find yourself on Pandora.
And Spotify.
And Spotify.
Can you buy music off of Pandora?
No, you just listen. Well, wait a minute. I think you can. Yeah, because there's an ad that'll pop up, and then you can download it for like.
Yep, you can download it.
Yeah.
No.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't, like I said, I don't buy music from that. I listen. I use Pandora, but I just never thought about buying it. I'm sorry. I got to get up to date with some of the new technology because I know there's SoundCloud, which I ain't understood yet. I know there used to be the iTunes and then CD Baby and all these other outlets, and I was used to like the record store.
Right.
You just go down there and pick up what you want, and you can feel. I heard vinyl was coming back too.
It is. Well, you late. It's already back. It is.
It was just on the news the other day. That's why I was looking at that.
Yeah.
Do you have a record player?
No.
Okay, so it's not coming back in your house yet.
No, but I'm saying they've been. You know what?
It's
been back for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you put your music on wax, going back to putting it on records?
Absolutely.
What used to be the 45 and 78s and stuff like that? That is what's up.
Yeah.
Again, how can they get your music? And we on this show, we don't have it set up that we play the music or anything, but I want them to get a sample of your music.
Absolutely,
and everything. So that's why we keep going back to saying to get your music, the legitimate website, Monica Mason .rocks, okay? Like kicking rocks.
Yep.
ROCKS.
Yes. And I'm glad you said that because I really would have spelled it wrong. So
Amazon.com.
Yes.
Spotify.
And
iTunes.
you get a discount on that website? Would it be in rocks?
No.
Oh.
It's different. That's what's
truly
what's so
different.
awesome about it.
Well, Monica,
this is something new. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to.
No, I know that you're struggling with
you
that.
was about to ask her something. Yes,
I was going to ask her something. It's we got to a little bit into your story with you going to Morris Brown, and then we talked a lot about your music, but we didn't get a lot into what happened in the middle between where you finished college and where you are right now.
Okay,
tell us something about what has happened in your life to bring you to where you are today.
I have just always had the desire to knowing that God wants me to do this music thing.
Yeah.
So I've never stopped. I went and got my master's, and I work, every day in mainstream so that I can pay for these projects and what have you that we're doing because they're not free.
No, they're not.
So just doing that and just waiting for God to put me in the right situation at the right time, because until he releases you that it's your season, then you just keep working.
Well, is it frustrating for you? Because I was listening to, it was one of the singers that's hot right now, but she went through a phase where she wasn't that hot. And she was saying that one of the things that's missing from a lot of today's music is talent. And I don't know if I believe that, because there are some great singers out there. But as an artist, do you see that it's lacking some just the skill that it takes to really carry a song and to put your voice out there? Or do you think it's too much auto-tune and all of that?
Well, I think it's definitely changed. But we have to adjust to the change and stay true to who we are and the gifts that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think people are talented in their own way.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're going to have your Whitney Houston type voices that can really, really sing, and you're going to have the Bobby Brown type voices that can just really get you excited and dance. Now, to say if one is better than the other, it's the genre or what you're looking for. Right. But everything changes. You can't stay the same. Like you were saying, the music has to change. The sound has to change. The formula has to change and everything. So I applaud you. One last question before we let you go, because we're going to have to wrap this up. What has been some of your challenges in this music industry? I'm saying, and I'm not going to lead you anyway. What are some of the challenges that you've faced so far?
A lot of the challenges that I will say I faced in my family as a whole is the investments that were made and people telling you, oh, we can do this, we can do that. And they take your money and none of those
And don't
things
deliver.
happen.
Right.
And
We didn't do that.
Yeah, that wasn't us.
That
It wasn't us.
You know,
No.
she came to me to do a video. We did the video.
You
We
actually did
the
right.
video.
We actually did it, and we
Yeah.
delivered. And we still
yeah,
weren't-
and you know, my father was a man that your word is all you have.
yeah.
And that's who I am today. But everyone's not like that, and that's what I had to learn to
All right.
be okay with it.
Monica, I want to thank you again for being on the show. And I got one quick thing I got to say real quick because she gonna make me do a little quick Marty minute. So I just
Marty's
got a
minute.
little thought for a second, and it ain't nothing major because you said it earlier, and you kind of reiterated it too. Sometimes it's the seasons, and seasons change and everything. And right now, we just switched and got into a new football season, which I love. You know, that's my thing. But the question is, are you a fan or a follower of Jesus? You know, like the football games. You know, some people are fans and other ones are followers.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I ain't no follower. I ain't gonna go to the cookout, the tailgate. If they go down to Carolina, I'm not driving down there. I'm just a fan. I ain't no follower. You know. So the question is, like with you and your ministry, or whoever's listening, ask yourself, with Christ, are you a fan or a follower? Because the fans, they're only there for the miracles and the free fish sandwiches. The followers are going to go to the cross, are going to go wherever God leads me to go to.
Yeah.
So in a sense, just evaluate yourself, you know, if I'm a true follower or a fan of Jesus Christ. So that's my thought for the, you know, Doni, you just looking
That
at me
was
just
beautiful.
like, wow.
Was I got
I
you.
have nothing to say from that. That's
Awesome.
awesome.
Jesus,
See how he does that? He's so gifted.
whatever. So
gifted.
anyway, until, you know, this has been a great show. See, because y'all make me nervous when y'all
Because
get
you know what
me
it
off
is,
with that.
Marty. Let me tell you what it is. Because you and I have dealt with this before. You have this great comedic talent. You're so funny. You're so lively, and you're so smart. But then you'll totally switch gears, and you'll drop this knowledge, and it just touches people in their spirit. And so they're looking at you going, okay, is this the same guy that was sitting in front of me 15 seconds ago? Because it's like you can switch like that. And I just think that's beautiful.
I like to keep people on their toes.
Yeah.
You just
It
never
really
know.
is.
But anyway, we're going to have to wrap up.
Yes, we do.
Again, tell them, how do they get in contact with you if they want to buy some of your product or just follow you, you know?
MonicaMason.rocks.
Right. And see, don't be a fan of Monica. Be a follower.
Be a follower.
Okay.
Yes.
Follow her on Instagram.
Yep.
Follow her on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And
Wherever
Reach
else
out
she's
and-
at, just
exactly.
follow
Just
somebody
follow.
named Monica Mason. All right, just follow wherever she at.
And follow us.
Yes,
Hello.
follow Doni wherever she at, because she all
Doni
over the
Jones
place.
Live. DoniJones Live. And if you
Yes.
want to hit us up and get even more information, if for some reason you kind of lose her contact, hit us up at Doni Doni.
At Doni Jones
Doni Jones
Live.
Live. Doni at DoniJonesLive.com.
And that's the regular way you spell com too. You know, it's .com, okay? Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. You're listening to Doni Jones Live. I'm Marty McFly.
And I'm Doni the Tree Lady.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.